Let's move on to next weekend. What everybody's waiting for.
Excited for this one.
It's the fucking trifecta.
No, I think we're at a disagreement here for this main event.
Yeah, we do.
You are
Yes,
going.
We do.
So who's this main event?
The best.
Jan Blachowicz versus Israel Adesanya.
In my opinion, the pound for pound best in the sport. And the story here is going to be the power and the size of Jan, right? But Izzy's bigger than him. He's bigger
taller.
than him. He's taller, rangier.
He's 30 pounds
there is a picture.
lighter.
He's got a 2-inch reach advantage.
There's a picture. He's not going to go in 30 pounds lighter.
Right.
He's not going to weigh in at 185. There's a picture on there where Aleksandar Gustafsson is fighting Jan Blachowicz.
Yeah.
And Izzy's taller than Gustafsson. And look at the size difference in Gustafsson.
Well, Jan used to fight at middleweight.
There's a picture of I'm saying of Gustafsson and Blachowicz fighting.
Yeah.
Gustafsson is towering over this guy.
Well, how tall is he? 6'6"? Gustafsson? How tall is he?
6'4" also.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't know. All those stats aside, I think Izzy's going to struggle with the size.
He's got bigger reach.
And there's something like I've been following a lot of Izzy on our Instagram, and he's doing a lot of training at Atos with Andre Galvao. A lot of jiu-jitsu training. So something has me having a feeling. Yeah, he's got his purple belt. Something has me having that feeling that their camp thinks that Jan's going to grapple, and Jan's got submission wins on his record.
Yeah, but it's catching a neck and choke, and he's not like a fucking guy that's going to.
But if he gets that fight to the ground,
Jan's a guy that I'm going to knock it down and then choke you when you're down.
I think you're going to have to watch Jan out of the clinch. Like if they're breaking and they're separating,
he's not going to be able to clinch him.
That left hook, if he backs him
up.
Jan
Blachowicz is going to get his hands on Izzy Adesanya? Do you think he's going to be able to grab him?
Yes.
How?
They're in that smaller cage.
It doesn't matter.
I think I'm going with Jan here.
You're out of your mind.
I think Jan.
If Jan makes it to round 3,
somebody's gonna be eating a fucking fire gummy here.
I'll eat that. That wasn't shit.
Oh, yeah.
6 minutes.
I saw a new challenge where they eat the pickled shark meat in fucking Sweden or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, it looks rough.
I used to be Swedish.
It looks rough.
But no, I just don't think Jan stands a chance. You saw what Izzy versus Paulo Costa. That's what you're going to see again.
I don't know.
You're talking about a
Jan's
next
naturally
level
a bigger boy. Paulo's a PED juiced up.
No,
come on.
Paulo walks around bigger than Jan.
Yeah, but I'm saying, it's not a natural Jan's a bigger guy just naturally, like on his own.
I don't think so.
And I think that's gonna matter, like bone structure and all that stuff too. Like
Paulo Costa looks like the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, but he's juiced. That doesn't increase your bone density and shit. It increases your muscle mass.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
He's not just taking some anabolics. He's taking all kinds of shit that will increase your bone density.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with Jan.
I don't think Jan stands a chance.
I think if Izzy wins, he wins a decision.
No, Izzy's gonna knock him out in the first 3 rounds.
I don't know, man. Maybe.
In the first, and Jan's gonna look like he's never had an MMA fight before. That is the
you guys heard it here first.
That is the level that Izzy is. You're just you don't understand like the level of striker that Israel Adesanya is. He's fought heavyweights and knocked them out. The size is not going to be a problem. He's going to be faster. He's going to be quicker. Like he says,
he's been knocked out himself
in kickboxing against heavyweights, against big boys.
Jan's a big boy.
Jan is not a heavyweight by no stretch of the imagination. Jan caught Dominic Reyes and he caught Corey Anderson.
He can catch Izzy.
No, you're not going to catch Izzy Adesanya. He's definitely not going to catch Izzy, and he's definitely not going to win a decision on him. He's going to try to. If he tries to attack Izzy, it's going to be a counter strike. It's going to be over.
I don't know. I'm kind of with Tony on this one, man.
Go with it. Go on the losing side. I
will say that Style Bender has surprised me time and time again.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's the best fighter in the world.
I just have a feeling he's going to
send that clip to John Jones and see what he has to say.
I just think the size.
He'll piece up John Jones too.
No way.
I think
John Jones has not fought anybody on the level of Israel Adesanya. Nobody.
I mean, he's beaten DC. He's beaten.
But there is a different. DC would struggle with Israel Adesanya because you can't grab what you can't catch. You can't wrestle a guy you can't catch.
He's going up and fighting the top.
We saw it last night with Gane and Cyril Rosenstruck, right? A big, stronger guy like Rosenstruck.
What do you think's in Izzy's mind right now? You're looking at Jan. You know Jan can grapple. You know he can strike.
Jan really can't grapple. Where does that myth come from?
He's got 3 submission wins.
Yeah, you know what he does? He knocks them down and subs them when they're on the ground. It's not like he's taking people down.
He's got a third by knockout, a third by submission,
but those
a third by decision.
Those submissions are he knocks the guy down with his power and then subs him on the floor.
So you're looking
He's
at
not shooting
there's
doubles
not a
and
big
taking
there's
people
not a
down.
big differential here in finishing rate. Izzy's 75% finishing rate and Jan's 66% finishing rate, but more variety. He has more paths.
Yeah.
Izzy's not subbing Jan.
But it's not. It's technically a submission, but he's knocking the person down. It's not like he's shooting a double leg takedown and grappling his guy off the cage and he's doing.
So you're thinking this is going to be like an Anderson Silva-esque performance.
I think it's Anderson Silva, Forrest Griffin, all over again, right here.
I don't see that.
You're here. That's what you're going to see.
I don't think Izzy's Anderson's prime.
He's better
level.
than Anderson was in his prime. He pieced Anderson up. What are you talking about?
Anderson's like 40-something years old.
No, he wasn't 40 at that time. He wasn't 40 at that time.
Anderson's over the hill already, man.
That was
Weidman
years.
beat him twice.
That fight happened like what, 4 years ago? 4 or 5 years ago? That wasn't like listed recently.
I don't know. I think people are overlooking Jan. I'm gonna go Jan.
I think underestimate. You can take that to the bank, and when next week
I pick
around,
Izzy a lot. I just don't think he's gonna win this fight.
Izzy is the best fighter in the world. He's gonna go down 30-0, and Khabib's gonna come
better
back.
Than Khabib?
Best. First off, Khabib's retired, and Izzy.
Okay, fair point.
Izzy,
fair point.
Izzy would beat Khabib too.
Well, no shit.
Yeah, Izzy would beat Khabib too. So there you go, best fighter in the world.
But I think.
John Jones, I'm gonna be sending you this.
We don't. Yeah, John Jones, you're gonna get knocked out by Izzy sooner or later too. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen.
I don't see that happening. Right. But I think we all agree Megan's gonna win this fight, right?
I'm putting some money on Megan. How can you not at the odds?
Oh, the odds are
it's worth $10.
So are you picking
plus
Megan?
$750?
No, hell no.
The line doesn't be
Amanda Nunes
back-to-back knockouts to close out the night between Izzy
and the whole
and
narrative that I think it's actually Megan, is it not? But Megan's size is going to give Nunes problems. I just don't see it happening.
Well, we're confusing size with height, right?
Yeah. I mean, she's 6 foot to 5'8". Like, she's gotta have some serious reach too. I guess it just says 2 inches.
3 inches, yeah.
Yeah, Nunes is just
2
a
inches.
different
Oh
beast.
yeah, I was looking at leg reach. Yeah,
she's just a different beast.
Yeah.
beast.
Yeah.
I don't know, outside of maybe of a triangle off her back or something crazy like that, like a Hail Mary submission, I don't think she's going to beat Amanda Nunes.
No, I think Amanda's just going to walk her down and beat the shit out of her. It's going to be pretty one-sided.
Yeah. And
we're going to find out if Anderson has a chin.
Listen, I'm going to put $10 on it, right?
Oh, I'm going to put
a little bit of money
on Megan Anderson.
Yeah,
but
how can you not?
Just because if it pays off, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's MMA. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Right.
But 99 out of 100 times, Amanda Nunes wins this fight in dominant fashion.
Yeah, I think it'll be.
That's why the odds are like they are.
Well, I think we can just keep rolling.
Yeah.
Another
This
good
is a good
fight.
one.
Another title fight.
Aljamain Sterling.
I think we're going to agree on this one. Or maybe not.
No, I think we're going to agree. I'm going to go with Aljamain Sterling here.
So
I think he has more pass
by submission.
Yeah, I think he can hang on the feet, and I think he's got the grappling advantage for sure. He's probably one of the best grapplers in the UFC.
The first time this fight goes to the ground, Aljo's going to tap him.
Yeah.
The first time. Like, anyone who just recently been watching MMA and just saw Corey Sandhagen knock the fuck out of Frankie Edgar, Aljo tapped him in less than a minute.
Yeah.
This guy is grappling off the level. He's been kind of looked over forever, too, so he has that hunger in him. He's got that anger of not getting this title opportunity. And Jan is kind of a paper champion.
But I would not be surprised, though, if Jan knocks him out.
I would be very surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I
think Jan is really good. I just think Aljamain's better.
I don't think Jan really has that much power. He really does. He's a decision point fighter for sure. He can. His knockouts are I wear you down and I'll knock you out. I'll start pounding you out while you're fatigued on the floor. Yeah. But he's not a guy that's going to hit you and put your lights out. He had trouble with Aldo. That Aldo won some rounds in that fight that he won his title. Fighting for a world championship for a guy who's never fought in that weight class.
Look, both of these guys, their average fight time puts them in the third round.
Yeah. Right. No, Aljo's more of a grappler, so he's gonna take some work. He's gonna try to wear you down and then grab a limb, grab a neck, and choke you out. Whereas Jan is very similar to what's his name, Evelev. That type of style where I'm just gonna press forward.
Yeah, press forward, boxing.
And him and Evelev kind of came up together too, so you kind of see where the style kind of is. I can box you, but he's not overly great at anything. He's just really good at everything. He could end up being
really tough and just wearing on Aljamain. I don't know.
But I mean, the only reason Jan had, would you think Jan would have beat Henry Cejudo? I don't.
No.
Do you think he'd beat TJ? I don't.
I don't know. So, TJ with or without the EPO?
Both.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna take Sterling. He's plus money too.
Yeah,
Shit.
I think Aljo wins this by submission, and I might probably lay some on Aljo. Why did he say he's missing weight?
136. He's got a big champion weight.
You can't be 136 at championship level. You got to hit exactly.
All right, let's keep moving.
You know where I'm going this one.
Chev.
Yeah, it ends with a V.
It ends with a V. He's got that one of those beards. This is your boy Habib's best friend.
Habib's wingman here.
His
Yeah, I'm going
friend.
Makhachev here.
Yeah, but for
Taking on
sure.
Dober, yeah. Decision, probably more or less.
I think he gets it done. I think he finishes the fight.
Yeah, he may. He's got power on the feet. You know?
I mean, if you've seen Khabib Nurmagomedov fight, you've seen Islam fights. Still very similar style. Islam has last few fights drop out. It's kind of messy. He's fighting Drew Dober. He's going to fight Dos Anjos his last
Dober's
fight.
pretty tough though.
But he's going from a top 5 guy to a barely top 15. Just barely making it in there. Again, very similar style to Khabib, Dagestani wrestler. I think Islam Makhachev is going to be a 155 champion before his time is done.
Yeah, I think he's going to win this fight for sure.
Cool. Let's keep moving.
This one, we might disagree on though.
Thiago,
this
Santos,
one is probably the toughest fight for me to call
Rakić?
on the card.
So this is the problem I have with Santos. Like I think if Santos gets taken down, Rakić implores a wrestling game. Santos is going to be too comfortable off his back, and he's going to waste a lot of time being there instead of trying to get back to the feet. But I have this feeling. I think Santos is going to bounce back. I think he's going to knock out Rakić.
Well, he's in a position where he's got to win. He's got his last fight was a loss, and he's 21-8.
I'm scared though. Like
Rakić is
I like Santos, and I want to pick Santos, but after seeing how he looked on his back against Teixeira,
that's what I'm saying.
And I think this fight's going to go there.
That's what I think it is too.
Rakić is a big, strong dude, powerful. He put Anthony Smith on his back and made people think Anthony Smith's career was over.
And do you think Thiago Santos and Anthony Smith are kind of in that same ballpark right now?
Yeah. Well, Santos
is very good. Now they're falling, And
the thing with Santos, too, he had that Jones fight where he put in the performance of life, arguably won that fight with one leg. And then I think he fell off. He got hurt. Yeah. He came back in that. Now that the Teixeira fight was his first fight back off a knee surgery, so maybe he's still getting that strength back, or maybe he's not the same after that injury too. Yeah. That's one of the question marks I have for it. Has that sledgehammer on his fucking chest is accurate because his hands are lethal.
Yeah,
he has power unlike anybody. Yeah. He's up there with the Lewises and Rosenstrikes like that. Well, that's how crazy his power is.
Kunitskaya just won, and that's Santos's boo. So it's gonna be even more of a party if both of them win. Right. So I'm gonna go with Santos.
I'm leaning Rakić on this fight just because I'm not sure what Santos is anymore with that knee. And like I said, when he fought Teixeira got that to the ground as soon as he wanted it there, and he kept it there.
Yeah.
And if that happens here, if it goes to the ground, I don't see Santos getting out of it.
Yeah. I think Santos is a little bit bigger than Anthony Smith naturally, so maybe I'm thinking he can get back to the feet.
But Rakić is bigger than Teixeira.
Well, yeah, I mean.
Look at this boy. Big Austrian looking like Arnold.
Yeah. All right, let's move to the undercard. Dominic Cruz, Kenny.
Another fun one.
Let's see what we got here.
We got KC, Mr. 4 a.m. Kenny on the same card with Megan Anderson. Yeah. I love Casey Kenny. He is definitely up and coming future of the division, but you got Cruz who he didn't look terrible in the Cejudo fight, right? I mean, Cejudo kind of caught him questionable stoppage. Yeah. We had cigarettes and beer. Yeah.
So I actually kind of like this matchup. I think it's like when I first got into it, I'm like, I don't know about this. I kind of was writing off Dominic Cruz, but I'm actually thinking Dominic Cruz is going to win this fight.
Is Keith Peterson going to rep this fight?
I hope so.
I hope Keith Peterson.
He fucking better.
If not Keith Peterson, whoever runs that account. Whoever runs that Keith Peterson MMA account.
Yeah.
Cruz is a tough read. He's kind of been up and down, right?
Well, he had those two fights in 2016. And then he was off forever.
Yeah, that's kind of Cruz's life. Like
lots of injuries, man. He's got a tough luck, dude.
Yeah, he comes back, blows a knee, comes out. He has that strange style to train for, the way his footwork is. Yeah. He's sharp. Again, world champion.
I think this is a fight that plays out on the feet the whole fight.
But I just think it's Kenny's time. I think if this fight happens 5 years ago, Dominic Cruz wins the fight. But the fact that Dominic Cruz has that age, it's not going to work out. I mean,
I think I'm going to take Dominic Cruz here.
I'm going with the young.
I'm going to get it. Dominator going to get it done. 29-28.
Going young lion 30-27.
Keep him rolling. Yadong.
This one I'm torn on.
Yeah.
Phillips.
I picked against Yadong his last fight, and he
beat Marlon Vera.
Yeah. And didn't he knock him out?
But sometimes Marlon Vera just doesn't have the motive. Like you just see different things from Marlon Vera. Like what are you gonna get?
Living off his sugar knockout.
Kyler Phillips, man, he's good. Decision. He's aggressive. He's good.
He draw Cody Stamen too, which is that was Perez he knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a draw that Stamen fight.
And Stamen is no joke.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of I'm a big fan of Yadonga here in this fight. I think that Kyler Phillips, I don't think he's ready
just yet.
I think he's going to rush. He was another contender series guy, right?
Yeah, he's another contender series guy. He's coming off a win. He beat who was it? Kind of like a Kevin Kroom, but not a Kevin Kroom. One of those other guys that just made it in the UFC.
another
his name?
Another hillbilly.
I don't know what the fuck his name was.
Else.
Cameron.
Yeah, Cameron Else.
Was it Phil?
No, man.
Second round.
I kind of want to take Phillips here, but
in the second
Yadong
round
is
in
more
the fight?
battle ready, more battle tested. He has been there with better fighters.
I think I'm going to take Song
I'm going
Yadong.
Song Yadong in this one, too.
I want Kyler Phillips, but I think Song Yadong is going to win.
Just a sharper fighter.
Yeah. I like Kyler Phillips' style, though.
Who you going here?
Benavidez and Askarov. How do you pronounce that?
Askarov.
Askarov.
I'm going Askarov.
I'm going Askarov, too. I think Benavidez is done, dude.
He took his soul.
I don't want to, yeah.
Davidson Figueiredo took his soul, not just in that fight where he finished him and won the title, the one beforehand, where the headbutt loss that he thought he clung to, where Figgy missed weight so he couldn't win the title, and he called the headbutt loss.
Called headbutt, so said it was cheap and dirty.
It was a cheap and dirty win, and then they came back and fought again, and Figgy beat the shit out of him worse.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what that does to a guy's psyche, to a mental. We'll find out a lot about Joe Benavidez' future, what he has left here, but he's small for 125.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a little guy.
He's about my size. Like that's what I'm saying. There needs to be an atom weight. You know, like
or just maybe you're just too small for
maybe too small for MMA.
Man. Yeah, go to one FC.
Go there with Mighty Mouse.
And Askarov, just look at that picture. Like Askarov's ready to go. He's got his chest. He's chesting up.
So
on
you
him.
guys got cutting 40 and 50 pounds, man. It's like Benavidez ain't walking around at no 165.
Yeah, and I think Benavidez had his moment. He had his shot, and I think it's time for him to slide down.
Yeah,
the card.
I think Askarov wins this fight.
Again, Hungry Lions coming.
I think Benavidez has some moments in this fight, but I think Askarov's gonna win.
We'll see what that chin's like.
Maybe Benavidez snatches up a neck.
Maybe.
You never know, man.
I mean, it's MMA. You never know any of it. But
the Benavidez is known for those guillotines. It's Team Alpha Male shit.
There's a lot of ways to lose a fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Askarov here.
I'm going Askarov too. We're in agreement here.
He's the favorite, minus 134.
That's actually closer than I thought.
Wow, that's a close line. Yeah.
I'd bet him on that one. 134. I'd take that.
Yeah.
All right. And is there another? Oh, there's a couple more
There's
fights
two more
here.
fights.
Bontorin and Kaya Kara-France.
Kaya Kara-France is definitely not 0-0. I've seen him fight.
He's got one loss to Roy Val. We do know.
Val.
Nah, Kaya Kara-France has been around for
He's a good fight. He's a good fighter.
Trains with Izzy and those guys.
He's from the
City
whole
kickboxing.
City kickboxing, the Izzy, Adesanya's, the Hookers, him, Volkanovski. So he's in there with world-class competition every single day of his life.
I don't know much about this other guy, but...
Bitcoin? I mean, Bontorin?
Bitcoin.
Rogero,
Bitcoin's surging right now, so I'm going to go with Bontorin. Fuck it.
It's funny. I love that they're both number 8.
UFC.
The UFC's webpage is fucking piece of shit. I'm going Kai Kara-France. I believe his last fight was Roy Val, wasn't it? Where Roy Val snatched up his neck?
Yeah.
He's favored to win. Minus 148.
That's a close line, too.
Bontorin is plus 120.
Kai Kara-France, I think he's going to bounce back. He's probably had that fucking Roy Val loss in his head for about 6 months now?
Yeah.
By the time it comes around. And I think he pulls it off. He gets the win by this. I think he's going to get the decision.
He lost to Moreno.
Fuck it. I'll go with Bontorin.
Yeah, I mean, he's been in there with some fucking dogs. Look at that. Paivia, De La Rosa.
Yeah, he's fought some of the best in that division.
Roy Val. He's fought Moreno. He's fought the fucking... the beast of the division.
Let's see what Bontorin's got to offer. I'm gonna pick him.
Ooh.
I gotta close this 3-lead gap.
You only gotta win by 1 a week. It's a long year. There's a lot of fucking cards,
okay,
man. There's a lot of cards.
The dogs have been barking, man, since COVID. So
Susan and Lemos, I really don't know fucking shit about either one.
They don't even have.
I don't know either. Can we just skip this one?
Which one do you want? And I'll take the other one.
Fuck, I'll go Lemos.
Lemos is a favorite, minus 182.
Yeah, I'll go Lemos.
I'll take Susan. She's ranked. There we go.
All right.
She looks meaner in the picture.
Is that it?
That's the whole card.
Oh, damn.
It should be a really good fight.
So over under, how many get dropped? 2.5.
Over 2.5. Under.
Under.
It's a pay-per-view.
I bet these ones can disappear. Like Susan Lemos, they're like, yeah, you guys are fucking out.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck. They know what the fuck you are.